They're all over the place. I don't think they cause any harm. At least I hope they don't. But we've noticed this every year. So this upcoming year is going to be a very interesting one. That's right. Dada agrees. Yeah. The sun is very bright here. Let's switch it. Hi, yo, folks. A couple people reached out to me over the past 2 weeks. I've been gone. I haven't been on the channel for a few weeks. A couple people reached out to me asking if I was okay. I am, so I thought I'd give you guys a quick update. I've been traveling a lot for work. This time last week, I believe I was in Texas. I actually got a few days where Holly and Bub and I could go to the nearby mountains and take some pictures and go on a nice little hike, which was awesome. But most of the past few weeks I've been traveling for work. Now, for those of you that have followed the channel, you know the work situation is kind of in a strange place at the moment, and that remains true. There's actually been some updates in that regard. I don't want to get too deep into it. Let's just say that it looks like things are going to be making a pretty significant change at the end of this year. So at the end of December, towards the holidays, Christmas time. And when I say a significant change, I mean, we'll talk about it when we get there, but the silver lining to all this is that I think I'll have a lot more time with my family on my homestead, which I'm excited about. Like I said, I don't want to get too much into it before it actually happens, but that's when things are looking like it's going to change, is the end of December. So roughly 2 months from now. In the meantime, I haven't really been here that much. And it's interesting to look around and see all these projects that are waiting for me. This past year and a half, I've just been working so much, 60 hours a week. I get jealous of people that can do this kind of thing full time. They're really blessed to be able to do that. Maybe one day, fingers crossed, we'll be in a similar situation. But for right now, I just gotta work. I'm on a tangent. Let me start over again. There's a lot of... the homestead hasn't gone anywhere. The homestead's still here. And I almost look around at all the stuff that has to be done and see the homestead as kind of a blank slate, a blank canvas that I can kind of get started with and take on some projects again in the new year. There's the garden, which we've got some plans for. There's our chickens and some future livestock that we're thinking about. But all in all, it's all about food. It's all about raising our own meat animals and growing our own vegetables and starches. Do you see a plane? I think he sees a plane. Yeah, there's an airplane up there. And now that we've been here for 3 years, I've started to get realistic about what we're able to do and what we're able to take on, but also get pretty excited about new things. I'm not as scared or intimidated by some of the processes that I was when I started. I'm checking in. I'm okay. The channel's still here. I'm not quitting. I've just been traveling for work and working a lot. I only have one more trip left this year, and that's to Nevada right after Thanksgiving. That should be my last trip. Maybe my last trip ever. We won't get into it, but that's the only trip I have left. So anyways, I just wanted to fill you guys in and let you know what was going on. Everything's okay. This has just been the busiest I think I've ever been in my life. I'm very time poor. Everything's okay. We're here. Channel's still here. I've just been traveling. So thank you guys for hanging on with us. Garden bed. What do you got growing here, Nana?
Oh, we got a couple of good fall things. Got some nice beets
Beets.
and some carrots.
Carrots, they're doing great.
They are looking pretty nice.
Carrots have never grown well here for whatever reason. They've never looked like this, ever. But this is the healthiest I've ever seen carrots grow here.
Looks like we have a good chance to have at least some decent carrots.
We're getting a hard frost next week.
Yep.
So we got to make sure to cover these up. Probably Tuesday night.
Yeah,
and then
it's getting down, touching into the freezing, so we'll see how they fare.
I can't wait to try them. Folks, check this out. This is the time of the year, fall, when it's chilly in the mornings, but warmer at night, when the boxelder bugs and the ladybugs come out in swarms. Take a look at this. Look at all of them. We're getting days that are somewhere in the, usually a high of like 75 to 80, but the mornings are in the 40s or low 50s. That seems to be the time when these stinkers come out. Look at all of these bugs, bub. Look at them. They're all over the place. Isn't that gross? Something about this time of year must be when they're mating or they're going through some sort of spawning season. I'm not sure, but they're all over the place. I don't think they cause any harm. At least I hope they don't. But we've noticed this every year. Cool mornings, warm days in the fall. These things just love to come out. Man, they're all over the place. Look, that thing right there. That's one of these millions of ladybugs that have started to swarm our homestead. Go on. By the way, we've just stopped dealing with the worst year we've had for mosquitoes in recent memory. I don't ever remember mosquitoes being bad as they were this year. And they were weird little, like small mosquitoes. It was a small breed. And they were just vicious, especially down here in the woods. And it seems like they just started going away in the past few days. I was reading somewhere that there's like a new breed of mosquito, like crossing the country. I wonder if they made it to Tennessee, because down here in the woods, those mosquitoes were vicious. You couldn't be down here for 30 seconds before you had a swarm of these things covering you. Right now, I think they've chilled out. I hope they've chilled out. But I've never seen mosquitoes this bad here on our property. Fingers crossed next year we don't have that same mosquito problem, because it was bad down here. But right now, I haven't gotten any bites today yet, so hopefully it stays that way. Oh, what'd you get? Is that a pepper? Thank you for giving me the pepper. Thank you. Do you want me to eat it? Ah! That's a good banana pepper. 2024 is going to be a really interesting year, just because, like I said, the job situation is almost certainly going to be different than what I'm currently in. But in many ways, it's almost like I'm starting over fresh on the homestead, because a lot of stuff is overgrown. A lot of stuff has been, I don't want to say neglected, but just left in kind of maintenance mode, and it deserves to be picked up again. And I believe I'll have the opportunity to do that. So this upcoming year is going to be a very interesting one. That's right. Dada agrees. But in response to that original question, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to document our journey here on the Modern Yeoman. We're not like a lot of homestead channels. They can do this full time, and unfortunately we don't have that ability. So what you're seeing is a raw attempt to curate land, curate a homestead and growth of our own food with a lot of challenges thrown in our way. And we're just kind of documenting that as we go. And it's imperfect. And we don't get to pop videos out every week, unfortunately. But yeah, things are taking an interesting turn, let's just put it that way. So stay up with us, because the projects that we do take on are going to be very carefully selected. And we get to hang out with this little guy and watch him grow up and help us. And yeah, long story short, we're not going anywhere. We're still here. So thanks for hanging out with us. And until we see you again next time, remember, as always, slowly. You'll learn that soon enough, young man.